Uh, we brought some stuff from Pakistan, which are like authentic Pakistani products, and if you are interested, all the profits from these sales of this will go to the earthquake relief fund. And thank you again for coming here on such a night.
If anyone has any questions, a few questions, I'm sure you'd be glad to answer. So, does anyone have any questions about for our adventurous medical team here?
Yeah, I don't know how you put the rods in. Is it right in alignment with lining up the bones?
Well,
nice and straight.
Bone has a cavity. Bone has a cavity inside all the long bones.
Yeah.
They have cavities inside, and you have to find a hole, make a hole on one end. And it's a blind procedure. You need live X-ray imaging, and that's why we stayed in Islamabad, so that this hospital may not have anything else, but they did have 2 C-arms, and they were available for us. So that's why I did so many rod procedures, because they're much easier to do if you have the right equipment. Most of the acute work is actually over, and it's mostly salvage work left now. A lot of work in the way of helping people in housing. If you have special expertise, medical, paramedical expertise, I think they will be welcome. If you have special training in civil engineering or architecture, you can be of help to those people. Those people are really very lovely help. People are very well sitting in people's basements, in people's operating room, warehouses. There is no law against using those things in Pakistan. That single rod that I used was expired 2 years ago. We cannot use it in this country. Okay, but that single rod was like gold to this guy. Okay, there's no law against you not using this or using this, because either he has that rod or he doesn't have anything. Okay, the same goes for almost everything. And Dr. Bakar and Valerie, we are just concentrating on the orthopedic effort. There's a lot of other stuff to be done. We are just trying to raise money so that we, instead of taking the actual implants from here for joint replacement and all that, you can buy them over there. But each set of, say, a hip replacement, if you do a hip replacement in Pakistan, it costs about $2,000. That is the cost to the patient. Okay, out of that, about $1,500 is actually the cost of the hip replacement. Okay, rest are the overhead charges. And whatever money we raise, or we have actually collected about $54,000 so far altogether. We've used up 26 before, and I think $30,000 are in the kitty. And we are hoping to raise more money so that, just imagine, $30,000 is not even 30 joint replacement. It's probably 20 joint replacements. Okay, because the equipment for joint replacement is extremely expensive. A knee replacement is about 250,000 rupees. We start asking people because $3,500 make us just for the implants. And when you see the devastation, the extent of the devastation, when you go around the hospitals day after day, because after we will finish work, we will go to the campsites or different hospitals. It is, can you imagine if you have a cold, you don't go to the hospital, and you feel, that every piece of energy has been sucked out of you. These people have had major injuries. Some of them will never be able to walk again. Some of them will never have their loved ones again. Parents have died, children have died, brothers and sisters have died. So there's a lot of damage. So there's a lot of sad sentiments. And I want to thank you guys personally for donating all your birthday gift money to the earthquake, and I think we should all applaud. Yes, sir.
So Greg just turned around to me a few minutes ago and said, "You must be so proud." point said, but also add that also feel that we're blessed to have you here because of you. At least I feel that I have a connection, a real connection to the people that have suffered this tragedy. Whereas sometimes you just hear about these events that are so far away and you don't really know how to make a contribution, and you wonder about, just writing a check to an organization, where's it going to really end up? And I guess I just feel so supportive of all of your efforts because of knowing you and because of knowing that the help will get where it's intended to go. So I too am very grateful for the connection that you have, fostered between us and your homeland.
Thank you for those kind words. We've been here for the last 4 years, and since the day we arrived, I think we've been so welcome here. We feel at home, and there's not a day that I've thought that where did I end up with, and who are the guys that I ended up with. And I thank Ed White and Sean Moran for looking after my patients while I was gone and taking calls from me.
Thank you, everyone.